Well, what is up, and thank you for joining us. This is our second episode. We'll just call this Crazy Studios. I am your host, Kid Krazy, and this is a new channel. I've just set this up. We did our first episode yesterday. We're going to go for a weekly format here. What we're going to be doing is just talking about some different subjects. I just kind of, a lot of this is trial and error. We might change some stuff up. But the schedule I'm currently looking at is I think that we're going to do Sports Sunday. We're going to be talking about all the different actions. Of course, right now we have the Major League Baseball moving towards the playoffs. We have the Mariners currently chasing the possibility of ending, I believe it is the longest drought in all of sports of missing the playoffs. I remember watching the Mariners back with like Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez. I think we had Joey Cora. Didn't we even have Ricky Henderson too, I believe? I remember Henderson from the Oakland A's with the Bash brothers, Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire. It's always kind of, I don't know why, always kind of a fan of Jose Canseco. Monday, there's a lot of negativity out there. That's mainly what we get from the news. And it's caused almost another pandemic. There's a lot of suicide and stuff going out there. There's a lot of depression. And I think a lot of it's just because that's all that we hear is the negativity. Kind of what the bad news, the horrible stuff going on. We need to remember it's not all bad. There's some good news out there. So we're going to be doing Good News Monday, talking about some more positivity. We're going to be sharing that, some of the stories going around. Tuesdays, I am a paranormal investigator. So we're going to do Paranormal Tuesdays. I'll tell you about maybe one of the places I've investigated. Questions, you can send in questions. We can talk about that. Every October especially, I did a show a while ago called Most Terrifying Places Volume 3. I'm in 0.2 seconds, so don't blink. Don't blink. Or you'll miss me. But check that out. That airs on Travel Channel. So be on the lookout. Most Terrifying Places in America, Volume 3. I believe it's the third segment I'm in. It's the segment that was filmed at Fort Mifflin in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. And I did mention also, if you have questions, that you can submit them and we can talk about them here too. If you do want to hit me up, it's RealKidKrazy. Just like it sounds, crazy is with a K though. So RealKidKrazy. You can email me, realkidkrazy@gmail.com. If you want to get me on Instagram, I'm on Instagram at RealKidKrazy. I still have a Twitter account. I don't use it as much as I should, so I'll start getting back on there. That is at RealKidKrazy. And if you want to hit me up with a book with all those faces on it, I'm on Facebook. How did you know? You're right, at RealKidKrazy. So that's where you can find me. We do have an address down below if you want to snail mail questions. If you want to send us anything, you can also do that, and that address will be down below. Wednesdays is Healthy Wednesday. In the past, I've always put out different things, stuff that I'm working on, ideas. And I've had a lot of people say it's helped them out, it's inspired them. They like that I can just put myself out there. So we're going to start doing that again. That'll be Healthy Wednesday. Talk about what I'm doing, what's worked, some areas I struggled at, some setbacks I faced, ways around them. And if you want to share yours too, feel free. You can always leave comments. Or like I said, hit me up on those channels. I think on Thursdays we're going to change it up a little bit. Instead of kind of doing like a longer video, I think I'm just going to do like bite-sized videos. It's going to be TV Thursday. A lot of great TV shows are on Wednesdays. So why not talk about them the next day on Thursday? And, maybe you're a fan of Survivor, but you don't like The Challenge. I mean, what's wrong with you? The Challenge, MTV, it's the greatest show. Okay, it's no Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell is the greatest reality television show of all time. So, I mean, that time out. How can you not like Saved by the Bell? That was such an iconic show. Me and my buddy will actually, call each other up and we'll throw out Saved by the Bell trivia questions. He's probably watching this right now and he's probably typing in the comments. He's probably going to ask me a question. Jeff. His name is Jeff. Professor Lasky. Yeah, those two guys. Okay. So that's going to take us now on to Friday. Friday is going to be Makari Friday. If you don't know about Makari, Makari is kind of a virtual store, I guess. People sell stuff on Makari. I've set up a site there I've been on there for about a year now. I subscribe to a lot of the different subscription boxes. The big one right now is the BAM box. I've got autographs, and they're from people that I may already have, duplicates. Sometimes they offer fire sales, so I'll get that, and you get duplicate stuff. Or maybe it's a franchise that I'm just not into. I've also started doing a flipping challenge, where you kind of go to like garage sales, you go to different places and you find stuff and, you resell it. So I've got a lot of stuff there, a lot of great deals. I try to go around the different websites and value them that way. I try to make sure I get a good fair price for everybody. But I mean, I've had people that have hit me up and they're like, dude, I so love this. I'm such a fan of this, but I can't afford that. And they said, would you take this? And I've done that. So I mean, if you do see something and you think the value might be a little less, or maybe you think the value's right on, but you just need a break or something, hit me up. There's an option on there that says offer. You can offer, and I'll look at that and consider it. But yeah, so we're going to highlight some of the different items that we have on that Makari website. There's also a coupon right now. I want to say they say that you can get $30 off, but in reality it's $10 right now, and then after you sell your first $100, then you get another $20. So but it's guaranteed that you if you sign up and use the link down below, that even though it says 30, you really get like $10 with the option of getting $20 more later. So do check that out, especially if you haven't already. If you've not registered, buy from me, free $10, or buy from someone else. But do use that link if you're not signed up. Don't just leave $10 up to $30 laying on the table. And on Saturdays, hey, today's Saturday. I haven't quite figured out. I was kind of trying to pick topics of stuff that I have an interest in, kind of who I am, and one of those is karaoke. So I've kind of got it slated as Karaoke Saturday. Don't know how that's going to transition, so it might become Karaoke Saturday, Local Saturday. We're talking about like some stuff going on here locally. We're still working on that, so we'll twiddle with it. And again, questions, comments, suggestions, anything, hit me up. We also have all those social medias, emails, even my address down below. So many different ways you can hit us up if you do want to make suggestions or have questions. All right, so I kind of teased this yesterday, kind of going with a karaoke. So how did I become Kid Krazy? I mean, Kid Krazy is my karaoke name. So let's go over that. I mean, it really starts going back to August of 2000. There was a girl, Isn't there always? Isn't that how all these stories start off? Okay, well, actually, there was a convention, a 2-day convention going on in Portland, which is about 45 miles from me, give or take. There's a 2-day convention, and instead of going there, driving home, going there, driving home again, I decided I'm just going to book a hotel and I'm going to stay down there. So that's what I'm doing. And I had a friend who was at the convention. She was one of the people at the convention that was speaking, and she found out I was staying. And she's like, "Oh, well, hey, a bunch of us are going karaokeing tonight. Would you like to join us?" I'm like, come on, karaoke? Those who do. Those who can't sing karaoke. I'm like, I liked her, so I'll go, but I ain't smoking, I ain't drinking, and I'm sure as heck ain't singing karaoke. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And it's funny, that was actually my response. And I had no idea it's a Meatloaf song. So that's even more funnier now. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And it's a Meatloaf song. So, didn't smoke, didn't drink. And for those who don't know, I am straight edge. I wasn't straight edge then. I'm kind of, I don't know if it's the right term, born again straight edge. Like, I've never smoked. And I did used to drink very little. It was usually like the Makari Silvers, not really like alcohol. I mean, there's alcohol in it, but never really got into that. But I mean, that's a story for another time. But at this time, I wasn't a drinker, so I didn't drink, didn't smoke, but I did sing karaoke. How did it happen? Oh, of course, they're like, "Oh, you gotta sing, you gotta sing." I'm like, "No, I'm not singing. No, you gotta sing, you gotta sing." I'm like, "I'm not gonna sing." And then this guy, one of the guys there, he's like, "How about this? I'll sing. It's all been done before. Bare Naked Lady song." And he's like, "You just do the woo-hoo-hoo part." I'm like, I'm not gonna go up there and just go woo-hoo-hoo. But if I'm gonna do karaoke, I'm gonna do karaoke. So give me the book. So I'm flipping through the pages, trying to figure out what song to do. And I come down to 2. I'm either going to do She Bangs, oh, baby, by the way she moves. Yeah, I was going to do a little Ricky Martin, not William Hung. I think this was actually before William Hung. Was I going to do that song? Or I was going to do I get knocked down, but I get up again, and you're never gonna keep me down. Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. Alright, so what song to do? I went with Tub Thumping, Chumbawamba. I'm ready. Let's do this. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, next to the stage is, it's before I was Kid Krazy, so let's call up Jason. So I get up there, get on stage, and I look at the screen, and I see pink, female, blue, male, green, duet. This is a duet? Wait, what? No, it's like I get knocked down, but I get up again, and you're never gonna keep me down. There's no duet. Oh, wait, wait, the words are going up on screen now, and they're pink. It's the female part to begin with. And I don't have a female singer. We'll be singing when we're winning. We'll be singing. I get knocked down. Yeah, I had no choice. I went for it. Everybody's laughing at my little female voice that I'm doing. So, yeah. And I mean, everyone's laughing. They're applauding. They're like, "Oh, you did so great." And I got addicted. So then coming back home, back here in Salem, I mean, this is Portland 45 miles. I actually kind of regularly drove back there many times. Still kind of do. It's called the Alibi. I still go up there quite a few times to sing karaoke. It's got such a special place to me now. But here in Salem, I just don't really know of any place. And one day at work, my boss asked if I want to go out and karaoke. So I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of getting into that now. I think I'd even joked to them beforehand too that I wasn't into it, but now I enjoyed it. So it's like, yeah, let's go do that. So we would go to, I'm trying to think for sure. I think we first went to a place called the Silver Inn. That was as country could be. And I ain't country. So I didn't really fit in well there. So the next time we went to Lucky Fortune. Lucky Fortune was good. I mean, they had a great sound, very upbeat, very like rock and rollish, and I really enjoyed it there. But I mainly went on Fridays and Saturdays, and they kind of switched to dance. They went to dance music a little early, and they only did karaoke up to like I think karaoke started around 9 and it ended around like 11. It really wasn't that long. So some of the people were like, "Well, let's go out to the Silver Inn." I'm like, "No, that place is horrible. It's as redneck as redneck could be. It's country. And no offense to country, it's not my scene." But they're like, "No, it's changed. It's not." I'm like, "Okay, I'll go out there." And yeah, man, that place was phenomenal. That was the go-to place. I mean, they had a KJ Lauren. If you guys know Lauren, like he was phenomenal. Uh, Probably one of the best KJs I've seen, and I've got to meet a lot of great ones. But yeah, Lauren, phenomenal. Interacted with everybody, made you feel welcome, cared about people. I mean, yeah, he was just by far one of my favorite karaoke KJs I've seen out there. And I'm sorry, I know some other people, some other KJs. You're second. You're second. Yeah. No, there's a lot of great ones out there. There's some good ones and there's some not so, but um, and a crowd. I mean, we had a guy, Tony Z. For some of you people that know Tony Z, wow, phenomenal. Like him and me, like I tried to be like him. He put on shows. He was doing like the hard rock stuff. Um, I mean, it was like I was always, just trying to keep up with him. Uh, I mean, we had Nick, Braden. There were so many, and along the way, I even met this girl Mindy, who I was at. I mean, we actually got engaged. Didn't work out, but yeah, she was good. And it was funny because like Braden and Tony would do in the end. So then when she would see them, she's like, "Oh, let's go do the song before them. Let's go do the song before them." Which is funny. Like I did in the end once, and I just it didn't work out. But then I discovered it wasn't so much me singing a song; it was me trying to do both parts. Like I could do I believe in that one, yeah, I could do the Mike Sharona part, but I couldn't quite hit the Chester. Some of the other stuff I can hit the Chester, and I do a lot of. I've done quite a few Linkin Park songs, and I'll even do them usually by myself. But for that song, it's just I can't do the Chester and the mic. And later, me and Nick have even done that, and like, yeah, we can tear that song apart. Like we're great. But yeah, it's always one of those great songs to do. And yeah, just great people, amazing place. Um, Unfortunately, Lauren left and it kind of fell apart. people kind of moved on. Yeah, every once in a while, I still get to see Nick. I've ran into Tony a few times. I don't think Tony really does it anymore. Um, it was funny, actually, at one point, somebody was like, I went to this karaoke place and they had this guy. He so reminded me of you. I mean, he wasn't as good as you, but like he was like rocking. He had this long hair and he's doing these songs. They're listening to the song. I'm like, was his name Tony? They're like, yeah, that's him. I'm like, no, 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 no. I wish I was half as good as Tony. Tony's a whole other level. But yeah, that place had so many fond memories. It was an amazing place. And while doing that, while singing there, the big songs I was known for, um, I was known for doing Kid Rock, and I was known for doing Slim Shady. So the KG would always, he started kind of playing with that, and like I said, he was like really good and very entertaining. Knew his crowd, knew the singers, and since I'm always doing Kid Rock and Slim Shady, and I'm going by the name Jason, well, let's switch that up a little bit. And he's like, let's bring up Kid Shady. Like, I like that. That works. Kid Shady. I'm doing Kid Rock, Slim Shady. Yeah. And for a while, I was Kid Shady. And I kind of was having fun doing my own thing. And I started doing like some Nelly Furtado songs. And I would actually sign up and do Summer Nights or Love Shack by myself. Because either I would do the song, sing it, and I would sing it better than half the crowd out there. I mean, we're talking about drunk people here after all. Or sometimes a pretty person would come up and, hey, can I sing with you? Well, sure, yes. So it was like a win-win. And as I'm doing this, the KJ is like, why is he, he's like, you know what? Let's not give it up for Kid Shady anymore. Let's give it up for Kid Krazy. Because my songs were kind of out there. I mean, it was kind of crazy. And I'm like, I like that. I could put a hard K on that, and I could run with it. And I mean, gosh, what? Like, almost 20 years? Possibly even 20 years? I have. Well, welcome back. I just had to do a quick edit. Hopefully that ran seamless and you didn't even notice. But that is the story of how I became Kid Krazy. Some of you might be asking, where can we find you now? Where's the happening place? And it used to be the Liberty Spirit. That's where a lot of people moved on to. That was the place to go to. But they have since closed. The Silver Inn is actually still open. It's not that crew anymore. It's a completely different bunch of people out there. I have not been out there for a while, but I know for me, the crew that I'm used to, we all kind of moved on to the Spirit, but they've closed. They've reopened last month under a new name, Corner Pocket. I've gone out there. It's pretty nice. For me, the selection doesn't quite fit. A lot of the songs that I tend to do, they don't have. That was the nice thing about some of these other, like the Spirit. They were constantly kind of update their hard drive and stuff like that to where you can get new songs when they're available. And I haven't quite seen that happen. They're like, at least with the songs that I do, they just aren't available, so I had to kind of change. I'll go there. But that's one place. But the place that I'm at now is called The Graveyard. I actually host Friday nights at The Graveyard, and my buddy Rocky hosts Saturday night. This week, I am actually there both Friday and Saturday. But in the future, I'm there Friday night, and Rocky does Saturday nights. They do karaoke from 6 p.m., so kind of actually early, really. Most places don't start till 8 or 9. So, I mean, we're starting at 6. But especially when we're outdoors, it's a hard cutoff at 10 o'clock. If we are indoors, karaoke can last longer. I mean, if it's dead, I mean, it's not. But if we actually have people in the rotation that are singing, we can actually extend that a little bit. So, yeah, I'd love to see you guys out there. The Graveyard. 2407 State Street here in Salem, Oregon. It's on the corner of State and 24th. Again, every Friday and Saturday night, 6 to 10 karaoke down there. They do have a pretty nice selection. The nice thing, too, is there's actually a website you can go to. You can check out what they have now. Right now, you can view our song selection. It is at karafun.com. KARAFUN.com. Click on catalog. You can even go to, I believe it's karafun.com/catalog, and I'll take you right there. But yeah, when you click on catalog, it'll show you, you can type search by artist, search by song. It'll bring up all these songs. You will notice some songs are green and some songs are gray. If they're gray, it means the song's ready, but due to current copyrights or they haven't finalized it, it just means it's not available right now. But I mean, I literally, like, tomorrow it could be available. Could, not will, but could. Might not be available for a year, 2 years, who knows. But as long as the song is green, it is available. So if you want to come down to the graveyard, I'd love to see you down there. And yeah, check out our song list right there, karafun.com. Well, thank you for checking out our video today. We'll be back tomorrow with some Sports Sunday. Stay crazy, my friends, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.